with Jessica Lucero, United States of
Hello
America.
and welcome back to the
First
Anaheim
attempt.
Convention Center for the clean and jerk competition of the women's 63 kilo Group A. I'm JP Nicoletta and I'm joined by Sean Waxman. And we're about to begin lifting here with the first attempt of Jessica Lucero.
I'm very glad to see she's coming out.
110 kilos. Jessica unfortunately bombed in the snatch with 91. Here she is opening in the clean and jerk with 110.
And her best, I believe, is 112 as a 58, which is the American record.
No, 16.
And maybe it's 116.
Yeah.
All right. I knew it was 116.
Yep. Testing me.
There you go. Excellent. Good job, Jess.
Good lift for Lucero at 110 kilos.
Good lift, Lucero.
And that looks
110
like
kilos.
it looked in training.
Loaders,
Good for her.
110 kilos. Eddie Mitsuke, Japan, first attempt.
Eddie Mitsuke is going to be the next lifter. But yeah, she catches it
That was
nice.
excellent. Clean.
And I love that little bit of oscillation.
Yeah.
That little bit of hop on the
Alemano,
bar.
Italy next.
All right, so now here is Mitsuke's second attempt, first attempt with that same 110 kilos.
Well, it's a little bit of a struggle on that. But not a struggle on that.
Yeah, Sean, show us what you see here. But when I said, yes, that looked good, I was specifically looking at how she turned her arms over.
Yes, excellent speed in the turnover. A little struggle on the recovery.
Right there, yeah. But the legs, yeah, it was a little bit of a fight to recover.
But the
And
jerk is...
on stage, we have Maria Alemano, and she's just charged out here.
I mean, like nothing. Yes. A little bit more subdued in the clean and jerk.
Let's see if she makes all three.
She might explode if she makes that third attempt.
Yeah, see some Fra Diavolo.
Two athletes
All right.
calling for this weight. Up first, Eddie Mitsuke.
Solid, very smooth.
Japan.
She's technically
On her
Good.
second attempt.
everything she did there.
The Italians are
Alemano.
starting to develop their program. They've been absent from the world scene for quite some time. And it's nice to have Italy back in the mix.
Ani Ueoki.
All right, so now
First
Ani
attempt, 112
Ueoki.
kilos. Yoshida, Japan next.
Going to take her first attempt. 112 kilos.
She had a rough day in the snatch, but came back beautifully to make that third attempt.
She did.
At 90.
She played it, on the tightrope there, and she's opening big here. I mean, her biggest ever opener in weight was 111 kilos, and she missed it. That was in split. So here she is opening with 112. Now, ultimately, she went on to make that 111 on her second attempt. But
Well, let's see if this is a good idea.
we're going to find out.
Okay. That was...
A good idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, she made it.
Finland, 112
She has to speed up that
Staying with 112.
bar in the jerk if she's going to make any more. Real slow to get to the end position.
We're in a stop.
Nice job here
We're in a
on the
technical
clean.
Stop.
And
It's just a
little soft. There was
in
an
the elbow.
adjustment there as she was recovering, and unfortunately, we're in a technical stop, and
Are they going to turn that over?
the jury's buzzing, and they're calling the referees back, and I don't know if Yoshida knows it, but Yoshida is not going to be lifting.
They're going to overturn that, huh?
They have the referees back at the jury table. They are calling them over to discuss what they saw.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I commented, I thought it was a little soft,
shaky.
but
So what happens now is when the referees buzz in, and all three of them have gone with white lights, and the jury has called them back to speak to them. And what happens is if the jury disagrees, they all have buzzers. Everybody's buzzing in their
jury
decisions.
as well?
Yes, they are. It all gets recorded. And if the jury disagrees by majority, they can choose to have a conversation. So what they do is they call the referees back to say, ask them what they saw or didn't. And it's right here that I think that they saw a press out, and ultimately they call the referees back to discuss what's going on. And
yeah, so
unfortunately, the jury, by unanimous decision, have voted to overturn this lift. And you know, that is ever so slightest margin,
you know,
of reversal.
It's because she has actually good range of motion in her elbow. So when she originally caught it, it was actually good. She just straightened it even more, and
while she was recovering.
That's a problem.
So we like to say that even a little press out is a press out.
Right.
Unfortunately, that was an example of it. All right, so now here is Yoshida, first attempt, 112.
That's tough.
That was solid.
All right. Still, I mean, not exactly what you like to see in an opener, other than the fact that she
made it. Understood. Yeah. I know where you're going with that.
Where do you go from there?
Exactly. It looked like a max effort almost coming out of this clean.
Mitsuke, Japan next.
And when you see a clean like that, you know she can jerk anything if she stands up with it.
Sure.
But when you see a clean like that on an opener, what it tells you is that she's going to need a rebound.
Right.
On her next two. All right, so now we are back to Vuojoki of Finland, who was turned down on her opening attempt with 112.
And I think it's just a matter of being a little bit more aggressive in that finish.
Yeah, the punch out.
Just punch it out and be real aggressive. Don't leave anything to question. Oh, wow, power call. Good for her. Come on. There you go. That's better. That's better. No, she should have done that on her first one.
112 kilos. Loaders.
That was good. That was a good comeback.
No doubter here
Japan
for Vuojoki.
To be followed by Alamano, Italy.
And I'll tell you,
113 kilos,
even
Mitsuke, Japan.
The clean was more aggressive on that attempt, so nice job there. And now we are back to Eri. Mitsuke, of Japan. This is her second attempt, 3 kilo jump off her opener with 110.
Clean. Very nice jerk. She has a real shallow split and almost a straight back leg, which is odd. But you can get away with that if you drive the bar as high as she does.
From Italy, Maria Grazia Alamano. Second attempt. Lucero next.
I mean, watch this split. It's real narrow, straight back leg, but she really drives the bar high.
Well, 4 for 4 to that point for Alamano.
Didn't get the bar high enough in the jerk.
Once again,
needs to drive the bar a little bit higher. Give her a chance to lock out underneath it.
This is her third and final attempt. Italy, Alamano, 113 kilos.
And she is
possibly going up.
Possibly going out. I don't see him making any changes.
2-minute clock is running. Yeah, you're right.
And I think she should come out for that. I mean, she's not in the mix for a medal.
Yeah, that change we just saw there, it looks like
so you
lifter from Taipei moved up to 15.
Go back out there, you make this 13, do your thing, and enjoy the day.
Yep, finishing off, if she's successful, it will move her into first place so far. I mean, ultimately, in second place, Mahassan Fatou of Lebanon. Clean and jerked 113, snatch 91, so she finished the day with 204 from the B session. That's... Oh, no, excuse me, Alamano currently has 205. This will move her up to 208. Apologies there.
Alamano,
so now here is
kilos.
Maria Alamano, third attempt, 113 kilos.
Got to drive this bar high. Yes. Good for her.
Alamano, 113 kilos. Loaders, more weight, please. 114 now.
That was a great lift.
114
that was
kilos
a great
being
lift.
requested
And a
by
great exit from the stage.
The
Yes.
first attempt from Chinese Taipei, Ji Ning Xin.
I mean, she really, wow, that's tough to do.
USA next.
That's tough. Well, she didn't drive the bar higher, she just got lower.
Yeah.
So I guess that's another way to do it. I don't recommend that on the jerk, though.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Right. But the danger of that is it's not a strong position once your knees get past a certain angle in the split, and you really can't decelerate the bar and you can't stop the bar. But she did it. Great job.
All right, so now it looks like we will go to Ching Yan Shin of Chinese Taipei. First attempt, 114 kilos. Looks like she moved up and then back down to the 14 that she was originally slated for, which is odd, but okay.
Wow. Great lift. That was a great lift.
Good lift.
Her belt looks very thick.
Kilos, first attempt.
You know why? Because it's the same width all the way around.
Oh, is that what it is?
Quite often weightlifting belts will have a little bit narrower
Right.
in the front.
States of America, second attempt.
Oh,
Even.
yeah, okay.
Sarah Davis next.
Even so, that looks thick.
Yeah, but she's not that tall,
Right.
maybe. It just looks bigger than it is, but I'm sure
Right.
with two TCs back there, she is not out here with a belt that is non-compliant.
I agree.
All right, so now here is Jessica Lucero's second attempt, 114 kilos.
Out in front. I mean, one thing Jess has been working hard on is her overhead position. She doesn't have the best mobility overhead, so she doesn't have a large margin of error.
In the past, yeah, so what you're saying is that sometimes it appears that that bar is a little bit out in front, even when she has it secured.
Right.
But I feel like I saw a little stutter step in that back foot as she was getting into the split.
I think she split before she finished driving.
Okay.
So I think the timing of that was a little bit off. And sometimes, if she's squeezing the bar real hard, that can cause that, or it just could be the timing could be off.
So we did see one of the coaches from Team USA, Mike Catone, at the table signing off, again, likely signing off on the declaration, not a change. And the reason why we know that is because the clock is still running at 114 kilos. So all that does is give her the option now, while the clock runs, to change if they wanted, but
there's no way.
It looks like she's ready. So Jessica Lucero is back on the platform for her third and final attempt, 114 kilos.
She's got to really kind of settle down, and because if she doesn't settle down, she's going to squeeze the bar again and push it out in front. So clean. Relax those arms, Jess. There you go. Much better.
Good comeback, good lift. 114 kilos for Jessica Lucero, and I understand that it's a bomb out. I understand that it's a disappointing day, but that lift is a testament to what Jessica Lucero has become over the last couple of years.
Sure. Those are 3 of the hardest clean and jerks she's ever had to do.
Totally
based
agree.
on the situation she's in.
And right here, she really put it back.
It's great.
You know, I mean, and if you think about it, from 2015 when she earned her way at the U.S. Nationals onto the 2015 World Team, the period leading into that time, she has just become an entirely different lifter from the beginning of her career when she was, you know, very erratic technically and just struggled in competition. And, you know, that lift shows how far she's progressed mentally.
Yes.
And her ability to stick that out was terrific. So now we are back to Yoshida of Japan, second attempt, 115 kilos. She made her opener with 112.
It wasn't easy.
That's right. So what you want to look for here is she's going to need a rebound out of the bottom
I'd like
position.
for her to stand up very quickly. Yeah.
Quadruple hop.
That's not exactly what we had in mind. But that is.
Short dip.
That was great.
It's just cool for so many reasons.
I mean, there's certain athletes that it doesn't matter what the clean looks like.
They'll jerk it.
They'll just jerk it.
And she's got a super short dip.
Yeah.
And just look at her just riding that momentum out and staying with it.
If you look at where her elbows are, I mean, her elbows are almost at her ears, which is, she's just short. It's perfect leverages for jerking.
All right, so now we are back to Anna Vuojoki of Finland. This is her third and final attempt, and this is something that would be very cool to see her make, because again, over Vuojoki's career, the third attempt clean and jerk has always been dicey. She has only made one in like 8 major competitions.
What's her best?
111 until today.
Oh wow, okay. Ooh, this is a big lift for her. Oh, that looked heavy on the jerk.
No lift for Vuojoki of Finland.
So she comes out with a PR, clean and jerk for the day.
And a 202 kilo total, which is also, from what I can tell, a 1 kilo improvement in personal best for her. She did 201 in split. So I think you go home happy.
Absolutely.
You know, she had a nice effort here. She had an up and down day, if you think about it. Needed a third attempt snatch to stay in the competition. Had a very unfortunate reversal of a good 3 white life good lift on her first attempt with 112. So nice job there from Vuojoki to post the total. And now we have Eri Mitsuke of Japan, third attempt, 115 kilos.
Beautiful. Yes. Excellent.
All right, and that'll be a good lift by majority decision.
I didn't see it. Was it? We'll see now. Maybe an elbow.
It was the judge on the right who turned it down.
From Great Britain, followed by Rivas, Colombia.
Yeah,
Good to me.
I don't see it.
Davis once more. Loaders 117 kilos.
All right, so almost a guarantee thus far from what we've seen is any opening weight you see from the lifter from Colombia on the scoreboard is likely going to change. I don't know that in the 5 or 6 sessions that we've seen where a Colombian lifter has been present, any one of them has opened with their declared opening weight.
Well, it's not an unusual strategy.
It's not, but it's also a predictable one over time. And what I mean by that is that
Until it's not,
until they actually do it one time. But, you know,
Davis next.
perhaps overthinking, I think, sometimes. All right, so now here is Yoshida for her third attempt, 117 kilos. She just gritted out a 115 kilo second attempt.
That first breaking that bar off the floor is really slow.
She can fight.
She certainly can.
No lift there for Yoshida, but a 5 for 6, 207 kilo total.
118 kilos. The first attempt, Sarah Davis, Great Britain, to be followed by Jing,
And,
Chinese Taipei.
and she's just been living just a fight like that. You know, but that's what you want to see. This is a world championships.
Right.
Get underneath the bar, man. You fight until they turn the lights off if you have to, whatever. And, you know, you can't teach that either.
No. And that's one of the qualities you look for when you're choosing a weightlifter is will they do that?
Guts. All right, so now here's Sarah Davies, first attempt, 118 kilos.
Looks like she's seeing the birds a little bit.
You know, with good reason, this is the most she's ever opened with.
Oh, okay. Looks like might have been a little out of position when she caught it, and she kind of.
To be followed by Davis.
Or maybe her balance is a little bit off, and she settled down, stood right up.
But a nice start from Sarah Davies. And it looks like 118 kilos is going to be the weight on the bar. Still. The lifter becomes Ching Ian Shin. She crushed 114 on her opening.
Yeah, she did.
4 kilo jump.
Yes.
Nice. Good lift all the way around there.
And she's just built for weightlifting.
She is, and now that she's walking off the stage, I agree with you, that belt looks huge.
I'm telling you, I don't think they checked it.
After a successful lift, to be followed by Rivas, Colombia at a higher weight.
I mean, unless she's 4'1", which I don't think she is.
Chinese Taipei, 119 kilos.
She is 2 for 2.
That's all. Those are the only numbers that matter, really.
So currently sitting on a 2-minute clock with her automatic increase. She'll get a rest. There's very little doubt she'll go north of 120, and that change has happened. So here's Lena Rivas being called, and this time she is in the ready way. So Rivas will take this.
Lena Rivas, 120 kilos, first attempt from Colombia.
And to have her come out this early in the session leads you to believe that, you know, this is going to turn it into a battle for silver pretty quickly.
Bar is ready. Rivas, 120. Davis next.
Her best ever clean and jerk is 120, which she's done on multiple, or 124.
Okay.
But again, that was a body weight class down. That was at 58. That wobble.
Now, if they're gonna
they
give
should
that,
pass it.
well,
Go, say it.
that was the same way that the lifter looked
Buyoki.
that they turned down.
3 white lights. But the referees were consistent about it. The referees gave it 3 white lights.
Yeah.
So I don't see movement in the jury. They're going to let it go. You know,
I mean, that's exactly the same.
but it's a good lift. I'm glad it passed. And it, you know, the jury doesn't look happy, but if you look over at a jury's table, they never look happy. So I really can't get a read as to whether or not they have any thoughts of talking about it. They're all sitting still, so that is going to pass. Here's the change. So now Sarah Davies,
Floaters,
121.
kilos
And
now. Sarah Davis,
3
Great
kilo
Britain.
jump, I think it's possible we'll see
This
her.
will be her second
They're getting her
attempt.
ready.
Rivas, Colombia next.
Davies has done 191 as recently as July of, 119 as recently as July of this year. She's tried 20 in the past, and from what I could tell, this would be a personal best effort if she makes it.
Yes.
Little movement sideways, but that was solid.
Good attempt.
Very.
Davis, good lift.
She has a little bit of a weird recovery in the jerk. She's a little all over the place.
But you can go back to your comment from earlier about rigidity and just
Right.
punching out the bar, and it just stops when it gets overhead.
And that can counteract some of the footwork issues in the recovery.
Yeah, I mean, at no point was there any shakiness or wobbling of those arms as she recovered. So it's really what you want to see, and it's 2 for 2 now for Sarah Davies. And, sitting at 209, curious to see how this plays out because it's all bunched up around 123 to 125. So Davies will probably declare 123 if I had to guess, and then maybe burn a 2-minute clock. But no, she's on a 3rd attempt. My guess is 25-ish from Davies.
I don't think so. I think she's going to go 20. No, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. It could hold up for a medal. You never know. If things go unfortunate or get unlucky elsewhere. So doubtful, but possible. All right, so now here is Ching Yan Shin, 3rd attempt, 122 kilos. Kind of cut that pull.
Well,
into the
that's a big miss because now Sarah Davies can.
If she sticks with the 22, it would give her 210, which would give her 3rd for the moment in total. And you're still behind Maud Sharon of Canada. They both did it on their 3rd attempt, but if they look at the sequence of lifts, and that's what matters. They both opened with 118. Then Davies did 121. So actually, she would be the leader at 122 ahead of Maud Sharon. She's letting the bar know what's about to happen. Mercedes Perez, 1st attempt, 123 kilos.
Wow.
This could be on the wedge.
She overpowers the
She
bar.
does, but let's see what the referees think. 2-1 decision in her favor. And they're immediately calling this back at the jury's table.
Technical stop.
They immediately stopped it.
I don't see how they're going to give this to her.
All right, so once again, right there, that press, that movement in the end, and that was similar to Vyoki.
Right.
So what's going to happen right now is the jury is going to speak to the 2 referees who posted it. So right now, you have to, if the referees disagree, excuse me, if 2 of the referees disagreed, or the jury disagreed with 2 of the referees, so they are speaking to them. And
we're in a technical timeout.
And what the jury is doing is they're asking them what they saw. They're telling them that they disagree with what they saw and that it's happened now twice in this session. And these conversations are often tough for these referees. The jury, it's not that they're being rude, but they're being firm. And the reason why, in tone when they talk to them, the reason why is they want to make sure that the referees are adhering to the technical rules, and they want to make sure that they will stand behind their decisions, so they are tough on them when they talk to them. And what we're getting word of right now is that the jury has unanimously overturned that lift for Perez. So no lift at 123, and now here's Toma at 123.
And for our audience out there, JP is an official, so he speaks from a position of experience here.
And I've been spoken to harshly by juries in the past. All right, so now here is Toma, first attempt. If successful, she will move into the lead.
Wow. And I like watching her lift.
Did she move a little bit sideways there?
I don't know.
So watch when she transitions underneath the bar. It almost looks like she's shifting to her right. Yeah, it's a little hop sideways almost.
Well, maybe that's a feature.
So is a solid jerk and a great lift. And with that, you got to think that Loredana Toma is going to be awfully tough to beat. 232 kilos. And, you know, at this point, with an 8-kilo lead coming out of the snatch, anyone who wants to beat her, and by anyone, I mean the two lifters from Colombia, they're going to have to clean and jerk 9 kilos more than Toma. Both of them have opened prior to Toma, and that sounds like a big ask.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Now, they might out clean and jerk her. It's possible, right?
But it doesn't matter.
But to beat her by 9 kilos to win the total, I don't know. And by the way, we have yet to see
124 kilos
Wamulan, and we are about to right now with 124. So she is very much in play for a silver in the total. Don't sleep on her as a competitor in this thing. And you mentioned her in the open reel. Let's see what she looks like here on her first attempt with 124 kilos.
Beautiful. Yes. Excellent lift.
Wamulan, good lift at 124 kilos.
It's a great start.
Loaders, 124. This is attempt number 2.
And we also have yet to see
She wants more. 124 kilos.
Win Thuy Thuy
The athlete now, Win Thuy Thuy, Vietnam.
of Vietnam. It's just such a great start.
Yeah.
So Win Thuy Mai of Vietnam on the stage for her first attempt, 124 kilos. That sticking point.
No lift.
She must be hurt.
Vietnam.
I got to imagine.
So she only took one attempt in the snatch. She made it 89 kilos. She passed her second and third attempts. She's walking a little soft off the platform here, but nice pull, nice turnover. Just couldn't get out of the clean. And
she does not look happy.
Bars ready. Rivas, 124 kilos.
And from what I'm told, she was maybe a little banged up in the quad. Plate slipped off the bar that she was taking a warm up with in the 110 clean and jerk. So let me see if I can find out more about that. In the meantime, Lena Rivas, 124 kilos. Second attempt. This will move her second into the clean, put her second in the clean and jerk.
That's better.
2 for 2 for Lena Rivas.
Good lift.
This will give her a 220.
So that about
total?
ties her best.
As a 58.
As 58.
Yeah, but here,
still
you know.
calling for this weight. Up first, Mercedes Perez Colombia.
You said she's
on her
normally a
second attempt,
53?
To be followed
58.
by Win
Oh, okay.
at the same weight.
Watch this jerk here. Great technique.
Yeah. Looks like she's having a... Almost felt like she was going to pass out or something.
All right, so now we are back to Mercedes Perez. Turned down. A good lift overturned at 123, moved up a kilo.
She's having a bit of a rough time.
So that is a open door now. Her 101 kilo snatch.
What's her best?
Third and final attempt.
Mercedes?
From Great
Yeah.
Britain, Sarah Davis.
26, 30, 130.
Perez next.
Left arm never.
That
With
wasn't
the
even
even full
close.
extension, yeah. 132, Sean, I'm sorry. 2015 Pan Am Games.
Oh, Sarah Davies is coming out now. She has plenty of time. This would be a big PR for her, huh?
Yes.
She lost all her tightness at the bottom. She
So,
had to retighten and stand
By
up.
losing that posture, you saw her lower back sort of roll under.
Yep.
And when you're in that position, you're done.
Done.
There's no,
There's no coming back from that.
yeah,
Third and final
And,
attempt. She needs this
you know,
one for a total.
being stuck in that bottom position is, it's just not fun. But for Sarah Davies, a 3 for 6 performance, 209 kilo total, and you know, even though there was a miss there on that third attempt, I would say overall she looked great, and nice performance from Davies. And now we are back to Mercedes Perez, who absolutely must make this clean and jerk. If successful, it will move her into third in both the clean and jerk and the total, which means for now, she is not going to really be a factor, it looks like,
No.
for the podium.
Much better clean.
And I think that was shoulder movement when she was recovering. This should be a good lift. And it is.
Good for her.
Loaders.
So 225 kilo total will move her past Maud Sharon of Canada from the B group. She is now in fourth, so Maud will not have another medal, but that's a gritty comeback and a good lift there for Mercedes Perez.
Win Vietnam, second attempt. Rivas, Colombia next.
Here's Win Thi Thuy Mai of Vietnam.
And now she had a real rough attempt on her first clean and jerk.
Got pinned with 124 and is elected to move up with 1 kilo. This is a gamble.
Well, right. That's one word for it. Let's see if the strategy works. Yeah, I mean,
No. And you even heard her, you could just see her reaction. No.
I don't understand the call. First, I don't understand the opener at 124. It just, I don't know how, I don't know.
Colombia, the athlete. Third and final attempt. To be followed
This is
by
obviously a weight, these are weights that she's not in shape to do. And I don't know why you put her in that
Ready,
situation.
clock's running. Rivas.
Just, oh, so
Rivas
slow.
is
It's just slow and it just...
Win the athlete.
And what I had mentioned was what we're hearing is in the back when she was doing a warm-up, bar slipped off or the plate slipped off the bar and it looked like she was a little banged up. So to make matters worse,
Oh, she's going back out.
she just had her 2-minute clock burned. So
All right.
a lifter who has been pinned twice in the clean, unable to stand up out of the bottom position, has to follow her herself on her 3rd attempt. Had a 2-minute clock burned on her, so she is back out here.
I mean, this is the triple crown of crap that can happen to you in the clean and jerk. I mean, I feel bad for her. Come on, let's go. Get up. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for her.
You had the feeling that she was marching off the cliff
Yeah.
as she was walking toward the bar, and you know, there was really no indication that would lead you to think that the outcome would be any different from what you're about to see right here.
Right.
You know, and it's the only way you can really say it. You know. So no total there.
I mean, if she had a problem in the back at 110, I don't know if there was time to lower the opener. Certainly don't know what went on back there. But I hope that the coaches did everything they could do to have her succeed.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like there was a little bit of blood on the bar, and I don't know if you could tell when Wen-Ti Tui Mai was on the bar there. It looked like her shins had a little cut on them, so you have to make sure that there is no blood or anything on the bar. So the TC technical controller will call a stop to the competition, make sure the bar gets cleaned off before the next lifter comes out. So that's what that break was, and we now have it cleaned up. 126 kilos on the bar for the second attempt of Loredana Toma.
Beautiful. Wow. Whoa. That was strange.
She's got to stop moving. And there it is.
I'd like to see, that was a strange jerk.
Good lift. Toma, 126 kilos.
So you got to think at this point, Toma, this is her deal, this is her show.
Columbia, to be followed by
Look at this jerk. I don't know exactly what it was, but something was off. And, oh, well, I'm not going to.
Bars ready.
Just a slow, the front foot wasn't out far enough.
And the balance, but the timing of when the feet and the arms moved a little strange.
Okay, either way, she managed to hold on.
Right,
which,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about technical efficiency, technique,
Right.
so to speak, but good is good, and that worked. And, at this point, sitting on a 235 kilo total
now.
with one attempt in hand.
First place in the clean and jerk.
Yes.
She has a 10 kilo lead right now, so I think we're going to go ahead and say that this thing is done, but I'll do that with caution because
Right.
craziness can always
Never
happen.
know.
But right now, it looks like Wamaloon is going to be called, and Lena Ribas doesn't know it. So the clock is running on Ratanawan Wamaloon of Thailand. Her second attempt, 127. And if she makes this, it will not be enough to move ahead of Lena Ribas in the total right now. It will tie her at 225. So it's an interesting choice here by the Thai coaches to go with 27 over 28. And that is not a great reaction from the coach from Thailand. He is mad.
3 athletes remaining, 3 attempts remaining. 127 kilos.
Stepping forward,
Lena
stepping forward.
Ribas, if successful, moves into first place in the clean and jerk.
That's too
Ribas.
bad.
Wamaloon next.
Well, with this lift, this is going to put her
it's a silver medal position.
Silver medal position. She's going to just secure it.
All right, so with that,
this is interesting now because now
Wamaloon's
going to take her spot if she can make if they go up.
Not at 127.
We're going to call
So
Wamaloon,
Thailand,
needs 127 kilos, third and final attempt. If successful, first in the clean
So
and jerk.
Rivas bails out on that one. 127 kilos, if successful.
She needs 128.
Will give her a 225 kilo total. 127 will give her a gold medal in the snatch for now, which Toma will probably bounce if successful. But this 127 kilo clean and jerk will not move her ahead of Lena Rivas. Lena Rivas has made 225 on her second attempt. You gotta question this decision.
Yeah.
Why would you not play for that silver medal? One more kilo.
This is a bad call. Bad call.
It's a good lift. It will result in a medal in a clean and jerk, but I think ultimately they're going to be a little disappointed when they see the results later.
One left. Loaders 129 kilos.
I mean,
if successful, Toma takes back first. Loaders.
This is a great lift. It's a great effort,
and
but
she could have done 1 kilo more for the medal.
There's nothing in that attempt that indicates to you that she could not have done 128, right?
Right.
But the only thing I would say is that there has to be a reason, or you hope that there's a reason that that was her number that they chose or said that she was going to do today regardless. We don't know, but boy, it looks suspect. There's just there's no obvious logic to it. So, all right, we are now down to our final attempt of this session, and that means Loredana Toma has secured the World Championships in total. She is your gold medalist in total, but right now,
is this anywhere near
in second?
Is it PR or anything?
126 is her best.
Okay.
So she's matched it. So yes, this would be her best ever.
Well, she is a cleaning machine. Good for her.
And Loredana Toma has just topped off the day of her life. 6 for 6. Triple gold world champion.
That was great performance.
And an absolute clinic. And there's going to be some emotion here. I mean, and there should be. It is well earned. Just a tremendous display of lifting from Loredana Toma. And let's take a look at this jerk one more time.
That's a great, really well-coached athlete. Just put up a very good performance.
And you know, it's a special moment.
I mean, you're a world champion. I mean, there isn't anything better. So, well, Olympic champion maybe, but this is great. Well, an interesting battle. It's just we continue to see the Colombians underperforming, and some coaching mistakes. It seemed. Well, we assume as JP said, we hope there was a reason.
Well, that was the lifter from Thailand. Lena Rivas of Colombia is the overall silver medalist. Unfortunately, Mercedes Perez, because of a couple of misses in the clean and jerk, really wound up off the medal stand in the clean and jerk. Actually, I'm sorry, Colombia is second and third in this thing. Wamaloon is fourth. Wamaloon won the silver medal in the clean and jerk, but she's fourth overall. I forgot that Mercedes Tigrero also had 225. So both Lena Rivas, who we see here, and Mercedes Perez, who we see together here, they both did 225.
Okay.
And, unless the lifter from Thailand specifically had a number of 127 as a cap for the day. I mean, it's just an odd decision to not know one more kilo would have beaten 2 lifters. And, you know, you can only call it a gift.
Right.
And if that's a gift, then this is a pleasant surprise for Sharon of Canada, who is the silver medalist in the snatch. We mentioned that a few times. And, you know, you never know how these things are going to play out, and that's what makes weightlifting great. I don't care what lifters aren't here. The lifters who are here are battling, and there's any number of things that could come out, and this was kind of a wild one. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of weightlifting isn't in the numbers. It's in the stories. It's in the battle
and the
on
technique
stage.
and the lifts, you know, and let's take a look at these results one more time. This is our lifters in the clean and jerk for the women's 63 kilo category. And here's the final result. Laura Danatoma, 12 kilo win, 3 lifters with 225. So Sean, this was an absolute pleasure to watch.
Yeah, it was good fights. Good fights.